Hello. What's up, everybody? $10. Shazar, Rasta, Enkthar, Red, Grim, Warren, Colette, Pokebear, Cassie, JR, Bristlebutt, Gael, Solipsist. Hope everybody's doing good today. Thursday, 22nd of January 2026. Gonna play some more Blueprints today. Sorry for the lack of stream yesterday. I was fortunately woke up with a pretty bad migraine, which obviously is due to my very erratic sleep schedule for the past couple of weeks. So, yeah. I'm actually surprised that it took so long for me to get a proper migraine. But after today, I have the weekend to sort of try to finally get my sleep schedule in order. Hopefully I manage to do that. We'll see. Warren, thank you for the tier 3 42 months. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I'm feeling alright today. I'm a little bit on the tired side because I obviously slept the migraine off yesterday until early this morning. I actually almost slept 24 hours straight because of that. Like, I woke up yesterday. I went to bed at a, at the normal time I would go to bed the other day. And then I woke up to stream. My head was killing me. Went back to sleep. Slept for about 13 hours. It was very weird. I almost slept 24 hours. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta do something about the whole sleep schedule. I don't know. It is what it is. Hopefully I get to use the weekend to sort of get everything in order. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, it happens, right? But I don't know if the body needs sleep or what, but at some point, so when I wake up with a migraine, there's nothing else for me to go back to bed, and that's fine. But I feel like the last 8 hours of that 30 extra hours of sleep was just me kind of like opening my eyes and being like, you know what, sleeping's actually pretty good. I'm having the wildest dreams because I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but for me, the longer I sleep, the crazier my dreams get. If I sleep 24 hours, the last 12 hours are just, crazy dreams over crazy dreams, which I think is pretty cool. Every time I'm like, this is pretty fun. I just want to go back to sleep to keep dreaming. I don't know. Some might call it an escape from reality. I just call it free cinema. I don't know. There's some pretty seriously good storytelling in those dreams. I'm telling you. Dreams are the best, I agree. Yeah. I should write them down because I tend to just enjoy them on the, at the moment and be like, yeah, that was pretty cool. And then I don't write them down and I only remember like a small portion of them. Because it really feels like, I don't know, again, I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but when I'm like oversleeping a lot, I tend to wake up very regularly. Like every cycle, basically every 90 minutes, I wake up. But then I can sleep immediately if I just, if I close my eyes again and immediately turn around in the bed and go back to sleep, I fall asleep in seconds. And so it feels like every 90 minutes I wake up having had, more and more dreams. So it's kind of that nice feeling of just like chaining dreams one after the other. I'm trying to remember some of those that I had yesterday, but it all kind of escapes me, unfortunately. But it's fine. Some of them are just meant to be enjoyed. at the time. If I was more diligent with writing them down and everything, I'd had a whole ass journal, but I don't know. Some of them, sometimes I get like crazy good ideas while I'm dreaming and I'm writing them down as I wake up. So here's the thing, Grim. There was a time where when I was like really writing daily and I was just, you know, really, you know, I was very much in the groove of writing and coming up with new ideas, and before I got back to streaming, basically, when I was just writing full time for like 6 years. I was using my phone, the notes on my phone. I still probably have some of them, to write down the ideas of the good dreams, you know. And the problem is, you write that at the middle of the night, because that's, you know, I wake up from the dream and I'm like, holy shit, that was so cool, I need to write it down for later. And then I go back to sleep, and then I wake up and I read it in the morning and I'm like, I have no idea what I was thinking about there. I don't remember the dream, and I don't understand what I wrote down, because, you know, I'm sure if I was like more diligent again about like making a dream journal, you get better at it also, right? Like you train sort of your brain to remember dreams better. For me, it was very erratic. I'm trying to see one of those. I need to go back quite a bit in my notes. The fuck? Oh damn, it seems like actually I may not have all those older ones. It might be on a different phone. Weird. I thought I had everything upgraded. I thought I had taken everything with when I changed phones at the time, but apparently not. I know I have saves of my older phones on my computer, but I'm disappointed now. I thought I was better at it. But yeah, I still remember one of them. One striking image that I remember, what's up, Glegger, was flying in a sort of... It was a sort of like flying machine in a world where the earth was covered in like a dark fog, a thick dark fog. The entire earth was covered in it. And humans were now living above those clouds in like suspended cities or whatever. And we would go in those ships that were flying into the fog, the clouds, the fog, the dark clouds, and trying to get back to the surface to find out what happened there, because the humans had, you know, migrated above the fog for so long that we didn't really know what was happening on the surface. So we would send like missions inside the dark fog to kind of figure it out. And I remember one of the thing was we would like descend, and it was in a forest, and there was like the trees would open up and there was some kind of like silhouettes of buildings down there and people walking in between them, and we were like almost landing, and that's where kind of where as much as I remember of the dream. But I remember I took more notes about that, and the notes I took meant absolutely nothing. It was very vague. Consistency helps over time. Yeah, for sure. Where's your brain to store them better, longer? Yeah, time to create some new ones. Maybe I should. But I'm worried that it's gonna incentivize me to sleep more, because I like those extremely long sessions of oversleeping and dreaming. And I'm worried that it's gonna, you know, it's kind of becoming almost addictive in a way, right? I need to be awake. I have things to do. There's a whole world out there. Oh man, that's kind of like it's funny because that's kind of like the point of my first novel, my very first novel, right? I've talked about it in the past, but it involves these machines that allow, like, that people use to put themselves to sleep and connect each other. It's kind of like a little bit like an Inception kind of vibe to it, but that was one of the inspirations. But the technology works very differently. But basically, you can use a machine to inject yourself with some serum that puts you to sleep, and if you you can connect like several people to the same machine, so that everyone has the same dream, and you share that dream space that gets populated with your memories, your places and people it's like the idea of all your subconscious is going to populate those dreams, and like all the subconscious of the people involved are going to sort of mix with one another. It becomes this whole thing. And one of the plot point was that two of the characters were trying to escape reality because they were edgy, depressed teenagers, so they wanted to escape reality, and they were spending their entire days in there experimenting with everything they could in that sort of dream world, up until the point where one of the things is that you could manipulate your the environment. Like it was like lucid dreaming, like shared lucid dreaming, and you can manipulate the environments, and they always pushed it further and further, and to the point where, since all of it was populated by their dreams and by their memories, they manipulated the reality of their dreams so much that their own memories became confused, right? And they couldn't remember what their real memories were because they manipulated them so much that their past, the main character's past, was completely blurry. Like he was like, I remember those things happening, but it was false. It was just the things they had changed in their dreams. So he has like a completely different memory of the relationship he had with that other person that was in there with him. And slowly over the course of the novel, he gets his memories confronted by other characters, and he has to basically face what the real dreams were and the things he worked to forget and the things he didn't want to face and all those things, right? It's a whole thing. Anyway, I'm just gonna I'm not gonna summarize the whole thing because it would take a long time, but so I kind of that's kind of how I feel. I fear that I would get addicted to those dreams, and I would just sort of like live in them too much. When there's so much I need to, put in order in the real world. I don't know. Interesting premise. I did a very poor job at explaining what the novel's about, but that's just a, sort of a part of it. Yeah, I mean, I do like that first novel. It's, always gonna have a special place. You never forget your first novel. I wish it had found more success. I think it's so weird because I think I like my first novel better than my second, but my second one was vastly more successful. Mostly because it won like a pretty big award, right? But it just found more success. I don't know. It was maybe an easier novel to read. Like the first one, it gets, not only is it pretty dark, but it's also like, there's a lot of, I don't know how to explain it, like a lot of, obviously because of the dreamlike nature, it's, I wouldn't go as far as to say it's Lynchian, but there's a lot more like stuff that's kind of weird to visualize, maybe. They're not Grimm. No, they're not available in English, unfortunately. The best you could do is find like an ebook version, and I mean, I could even send you like the PDF of one of them, and you could translate them, but you would lose on obviously all the sort of the finesse of the language and all of that, but you would get the story, translating it with modern tools. But Yeah, you know, it's one of those things, Engthar. Or you could learn French. Well, I wouldn't recommend that to anyone, really. It's a bitch of a language to learn, but... I would be down to learn French. Well, if you ever decide to learn French, I'll be there to tell you you're making a mistake. But, I can also help. But yeah, Engthar, that's the harsh reality of the publishing industry, right? You sell your rights, you don't hold, you don't own your rights anymore. I could translate them for my own, enjoyment and share them for free with people. I would technically be breaking copyright, but nobody would know, right? But it's so much work. Like, I don't think it would be a good idea. I've, blood, sweat, and tears to get them out once. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna do it again. I should, if I were to spend that much time, I should write something else. But I mean, I think my next novel will be written in English. I'm pretty convinced. It's a bit scary because, it's like starting from scratch. I mean, obviously, it's a little easier to find an agent and a publisher if you, with some background. Like, it's a good argument. Like, hey, I've already published books. One of them even won a, prestigious award, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's a good argument to, ease into finding an agent. But it's starting in a new market is very scary. I would more or less be starting from scratch again. So, but I don't know. It's something I want to do. I feel like it would be a good, fun exercise to do. I don't know. Yeah, it's just the challenge of it interests me. I want to know if I'm capable of doing it. I don't know if my English is good enough, but I mean, it's, you have so, like, there's no time limit when you write something, when you write a novel. I can rework it until it's good enough. It doesn't have to be good enough from the start, right? I can just spend the time and eventually get there. Yeah, thank you, Grim. I'd like to believe that I am. Delusion is a powerful force in my life. I delude myself until I do it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, look, I could. The Lulu is the Sululu, yeah. No, but people say fake it until you make it. For me, that's not the idea. The only person you need to fake out is yourself, It's like, that's why I'm saying, like, you delude yourself until you do it. And then you're like, yeah, see? See? Told you could do it. But yeah, that's always... It's always what I told myself when I was writing. Like, people were asking me, like, how do you... I'm trying to write a novel, but I can't get, I can't finish anything. I'm struggling to blah, blah, blah. And I was always, I wish there was a secret. But frankly, the only moment when I feel like I'm ready to write said novel is when I'm done with it. And then when I start a new one, it's the same shit all over again. I'm like, I don't know. We'll see. Let's just do it and see what happens. And then when you're done with it, you're like, I could do it. Now I know I could. I had no idea before I finished it, but now I know. It's kind of that weird thing, like you only know that you're capable of writing it once it's done. I don't know if that makes sense, but to me, that's how it felt. Obviously, when you've done it before, you kind of understand the process more, so you're a bit more confident that you'll eventually get there. But I don't know, my second novel was so much harder to write than my first. I think it's because I knew more. Like, the first one, I was just, I had no idea what I was doing. which is why it felt easier. The second one I knew. I don't know. Just like solving blueprints. I will only know that I'm capable of solving blueprints once I'll be done with it. Right now, I feel like I can't do anything. I feel like I'm stuck. Last time I felt like I was stuck, what did I do? I don't remember. Oh yeah, I look at my notes again. I should probably look at my notes again today before we start a run, so that I know what we're about to do. I feel like I need some sort of some sort of direction. Yeah, no, exactly, Gael. And I think that's a thing that a lot of aspiring writers sort of fail to see, is that your first draft is exactly like a drawing sketch. And if you look at, you know, sketches in drawing or whatever, it doesn't look great, right? Like, it's just a sketch. It's an, you know, a rough idea of what it can look like. And I think it's the same with first draft. It's just supposed to give you a general shape of what the novel is going to look like. But I think with writing, and I don't know exactly what it comes from. I think it's because we see sketches very often. We rarely see first drafts of books. And I think it's easier to end up in the trap of comparing your work with final products, right? You read so many books and they're so well written and you love them and everything. And then you start writing your first draft and you're like, oh my God, I suck at this. And I think it's easy to fall into that trap of like comparing your first draft with something that's been worked over and over and over for hundreds of hours with external help from editors, and you know, it's very easy to fall into that trap, I think. Whereas I feel like with drawing and everything, like it's a lot easier to see sketches, because a lot of artists just willingly show their sketches, and like you see the evolution of a drawing and all those videos and everything, which, you know, obviously it's a faster process, so it's easier to see all the parts of it. I don't think it makes much sense to show a first draft of a novel. Like nobody's gonna spend 100 hours reading a first draft just for the sake of it. The fact that it's not like visual makes it harder to sort of see that progression, I think. But yeah, I mean, I often tell the story of the first draft of my first novel was completely scrapped entirely. I don't think a single word remained. I literally just threw it out, started from scratch, brand new file, blank page, because I ended up writing a different story than the one I wanted to tell. Some of the concepts and everything obviously remained, but none of the text survived. None of it. And even that first draft, I call it like the second first draft, was entirely rewritten after the fact, because I changed it was written in third person first, and then I rewrote it in first person. So everything was rewritten again. So, you know, it's a journey. It's a long journey before you see the final product. So yeah, Warren, I guess so. But yeah, anyway. I made myself some, I was, after sleeping for 24 hours, I woke up, drank almost an entire bottle of water, and then made myself 3 entire packages of buldak ramen. 3 full packages. That was not a good idea. On an empty stomach after 24 hours, not a good idea. It was delicious going in. It didn't sit very well, but, you know. Yeah, no, of course, Credo. Is one easier to write, first or third? No, they present different challenges. I think first person's a little easier because you kind of go into that sort of stream of consciousness. It's a lot easier to maintain viewpoint. Writing in third person can be a little... It can be a little more difficult from like a viewpoint perspective. I feel like, especially like if you don't have a lot of experience with it, it's easy to fuck up your character's perspectives when you're doing third person. First person is just a lot more natural, I feel like. X, thank you for gifting a sub to the channel. 11 total, thank you. And this one goes to JC. What a beautiful pick right there. Thank you, X. Appreciate you. But yeah, man, every time I talk about writing, I'm like, it makes me want to, you know, makes me want to get back at it. Hardcore. I'm always doing a little bit of it here and there, you know, like developing some stories and expanding on some ideas, but I haven't really, you know, worked on a specific project hard like in the old days for quite a while now. I miss it. I miss it. Oh yeah, Pikura. What's up, X? I'm doing all right, thank you. I'm ready, ready to play some blueprints. I need to look at my notes. Well, where do we even start? Is the question. Let's see. Maybe the checklist. So this is interesting because it's the same symbol as the Black Mirror in Alzara's vision, right? Interesting to note. Oh yeah, I need to unfreeze the freezer one of these days completely. Something I need to do. That might have been solved. It might have been the file cabinet thing. I'm not sure. Yeah, something about maybe the laboratory. There's more to do with that. I mean, the thing we did with it was, I don't remember what it did. Oh yeah, I think it unlocked the Black Bridge thing. So this we were done with, and then I still don't know what hallway this is. It doesn't look like any of them. Because I've checked almost every hallway since we found this, and none of them has that exact layout. Two benches, a vase, and a chair. Well, 2 vases technically. I don't know. Did we sold? Yeah, that was the clockwork, the clock tower. Yeah, this is old. Seen all the signs. That's something that I still have no clue. But clearly, there's some words to be found. Major, small name. Major key. Small name. Left. Like a tower. Or a rook from a chessboard. With 2 of those special... Draft the 6s, shifted extras, the fixed stars. Draft the 6s, shifted extras, the 6th star. The fixed stars. Suspect is minor. The suspect is minor. Minor is a minor. Yeah, that was the suspect. Suspect is the A key. Admin key. We did that. This one is written by hand, it looks like, almost, right? It's a different writing. Suspect is... That's another hint. Major also means small name. Oh, maybe that was the Lee Bowley thing, like small name, right, compared to the others. Okay, maybe that was it. Man, if that's it, that would be great. That's a lot of hints that I can ignore going forward. What the fuck is that? Wait, that's a plan of the entire house, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, hold on. Like, I wonder if that's the same vase, but no, it looks like a different one. Yeah. It's interesting that there's a vase and a hammer next to it, though. I don't know if I've ever seen a vase. Well, I mean, I've never really paid attention to the vases. Where could I find a vase like that? Maybe in the treasure trove. But I've been in there. Never seen anything. But like, this to me seems to indicate that I should be using a hammer on a vase, which I'm not sure if I've ever done. Man, I've been at this game for so long. I may have forgotten things that I did already. I don't know. Also, I think my priority should be to find the last 2 keys of the sanctum, because that's something that I can like quantifiably, you know, there's progress to be made. I know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for keys. One of them is on the king's throne, which I have no idea what that means. And the other one's in the vault. But I need a key to presumably open the right box, which I have no idea where to find that. So it's like, yeah, I have like hints and I kind of know what I'm looking for, but I don't even know where to start. I mean, I guess I could draft and try to find a vase that looks like this. It's something, I guess. I don't know. Look at some of the rooms and, you know. Day 46. Oh, shit. Day 46. Room 46, day 46. Something gonna happen? I don't know. What's up, Archizzy? How are you doing today? What was that? Oh, the sauna. Nice. Yeah, we have a keycard. One more day on the Blessing of the High Roller. My school's been in a shelter. Wait, what? Oh, lockdown. Lockdown. Okay. Yeah. Well, sorry about that. No. I was just unsure of what I read, that's all. Don't worry about it. Alright, let's see what kind of room we get outside. Kind of not too excited about any of these. This one's useless. This one, we still have one active. I get the root cellar by elimination. I don't even have a shovel right now, so I guess we'll have to come back. Oh yeah, RGZ. That's rough. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, we still have that room 8 in the 8th in the 8th rank to explore. Which I said I should start center and get the code check right there. Okay, I'm actually really happy with this. This works super well, I think. I think this is better than actually starting with a side. Because now I can take the corners and then I can fill all of this and then, you know, get to the middle. Oh my god, dude. Oh, dude, it's even in the fucking right room on the map. I didn't even think of that. It's in the right room of the map. It's the entrance. There is no way, dude. Okay, I have to come back with a sledgehammer. If there's something in one of those vases and they were right in front of my eyes the whole time and I never thought of... How is that even possible? I've been in this room with the sledgehammer hundreds of times. I mean, I never quite tried to... I mean, I'm sure I've looked at those walls. I mean, okay, let's try to find a sledgehammer. New plan. Well, okay, hold on. I really don't want to take the commissary here, but I feel... Okay, you know what? I'm gonna be smart. I want to take the corners. We'll find the commissary eventually. Yeah, so this looks... Those look like the vase in the aquarium, right? But it doesn't... It's not the same disposition. Right, let's put a break room down. That's perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna try to solve the puzzle right away, get some keys. Music is great. Okay, 4. Eight. -5 times 2 minus 10 plus 14, 4. 3, 9. Nice. Ooh, secret garden key. Hell yeah. Okay, it doesn't really help with getting more keys, but always like the secret garden. Alright, let's see if we can take the corner. Yep, I'm okay with that. Okay, let's try to get a good... I would love the conservatory. Okay, I'll take the commissary just for the sake of getting the sledgehammer, hopefully. Of course! Of course, the one time I really need it. The game's not gonna give it to me. I wish it wasn't that predictable. I need to start ordering the sledgehammer again. When I find a terminal, I'm getting the sledgehammer again. But hey, at least I have a shovel. Shovel's great. And we're digging up rocks. Nice. That's the way the game welcomes me back. Love it. And a nail. Beautiful. Yeah, no, great. I mean, I kind of need key, so I'm tempted to just take the garage, honestly. Yep, not mad about that. I need keys. I don't want to proceed far without keys. Ooh, silver key. That's good. Turnip. Hell yeah. I really love the sound of the synth in that track. The synth could be in Returnal, honestly, sound-wise. It has that same sort of texture to it. Yeah, I guess so. I kind of hate that I can't get access to North, but I'll take it. I have extra draws, so maybe we find something good here. I'm gonna redraw. Okay, wine cellar or nursery. That's a quantifiable. How are you doing? Release the soundtrack and I missed it, like on vinyl or something. I'll go nursery. Vinyl. That's a shame. I'm sure you can find it on, you know, resale somewhere, but it's gonna cost you an arm and a leg, obviously. Okay. I hate everything about what we're getting right now. I need something that leads north. This is not ideal. But I need something that goes north. That's the problem. I could risk going like secret passage into, I don't know, orange maybe, and getting a passageway maybe, but I don't like losing 2 steps every time. Yeah, you know what? I might do that. I'm gonna try. Do I go green and try to get a cloister? I mean, the only green rooms that can happen here are the courtyard, cloister, and maybe the aquarium. I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure. This would pretty much guarantee a passageway, right? Yeah. I'm gonna regret this, but I'm going green. I feel like I'm gonna regret it. Oh, thank God. Oh, speaking of which, so there's a new League of Legends skin coming out today for probably my favorite character in the game. It's an Exalted skin. And the problem with those skins is that it's a gacha system. You have a currency that you can use to accumulate over like several battle passes or whatever, and then you can use it to try and draw get the skin. The problem is it's a very low percentage chance with a guaranteed drop after a certain amount. For this class of skin, which is the Exalted class, the total amount you need to guarantee the drop is like $250 of rerolls, worth of rerolls, which is crazy. It's way too much. But I did save some, you know, I did save some of those currencies over the past, you know, 6 months of playing since I came back to the game. So I'm gonna have like, I don't know, like 12 rolls to try and get it. Which is still a very low chance. And then I'm gonna have to think if I'm willing to put a little money to maybe get a chance. But the problem is, if I start putting money in it, I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna have the sunk cost fallacy hitting me like a truck, right? I really want the skin. It's like the best skin I've ever seen in the game, and it's my favorite character. So obviously, you know, I'm just hoping that I get it in the first 10 draws, so I don't have to think about it, and I won't have spent any money. That would be great. I just think my chances are pretty slim. And that's the thing. It's only going to be available. It's only going to be available for a few weeks with that specific currency, and then it's never going to be available again. So obviously, it's preying on the good old FOMO that we love and, you know, appreciate so much in the gaming industry. Kind of interested. I think the treasure trove's not bad here, considering I have access to every other room outside of that. Okay, what you got for me today? Old boxes marked by a sun contain memos that are true. Oh. Aren't you encouraging them? Well, that's the thing, Brainy. I'm not, because I'm not gonna spend any money to get rerolls. I'm just gonna use the 10 rerolls I have just by playing the game. I've accumulated that over the past 6 months because there was never a skin that I wanted. And I'm gonna try to get it with that, and if I don't, then I'm gonna spend probably a good hour convincing myself that I don't need that skin, and then I'll be good. Which champion, Viego? It's such a cool skin. FOMO works, is what I'm learning. Oh, but it's gonna be fine. I'm not gonna spend any money. Oh, listen, Brainy. Back in the day when I was when I was a League streamer over 10 years ago, and I had a full-time job at the same time and everything, my account is worth thousands. It's insane the amount of money I spent on skins back in the day. In 2014, when I stopped playing, I had at least one skin for every champion in the game. Some of them several. But I had a lot of disposable income at the time, and I was streaming League, so, you know, it kind of made sense. Next week, first Raid Shadow Legends plug. No, that's not happening. I'm not gonna start doing sponsored content just to get a skin in League of Legends. That would be ridiculous. Although, I'm joking. Obviously not. Let's see. You can do it. If I have a goal in life, Brainy, it's to never ever do anything like that person. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Am I gonna backtrack all the way? That seems like such a stupid thing to do. Go all the way back to the break room. I'm wasting a lot of steps right now. I could go outside and dig the root cellar and then come back up through the foundation? Question mark? To just be a bit more efficient with my steps. You know what I would really like right now is an attic to increase the chances of getting sledgehammer. Let's put the observatory down here. Ooh. That's a lot of things. What the fuck? Okay, that's diamond is major. That's the key. That's the apple. The twins. The slice. And the Southern Cross. Holy fuck, dude. What the hell? The stars are... You know... The stars are shining on us today. Maybe I will get my Viego skin. Who knows? Okay, let's go dig outside and then come back up through the foundation. I think that's probably good. I don't want to waste too many steps. I would obviously prefer digging after like starting an experiment or something, because that's a lot of holes that I'm just wasting, sort of, if we find an experiment that requires them. But okay, great. Wow. 2 coins. Okay, listen. If there's one day where I wish to be unlucky in this video game so I can be lucky in another one, it's today. Should I think I should open the sanctum while I'm here. Well, I mean the room 46. I'm using a bunch of steps because I don't have the shoes, but I have the secret garden key, so there's a pretty good chance that I'm gonna get there. So might as well. We want to be a little bit methodical for this one. Thank God for the 20 extra steps, though. Thank God for the 20 extra steps. Okay, please let me find a sledgehammer. I would really like a sledgehammer. If I don't find a sledgehammer today, I think that's the first run in so long where I don't find one. Which obviously would be... Of course, the one time I really want one, I don't find one. That actually makes a lot of sense. I don't know. I don't think I'm in a position to complain. I've been pretty lucky with manifesting things in this game, so... Okay. It would warrant a compilation at this point. If anyone wants to, you know, take on that terribly time-consuming task, be eternally grateful, but I don't think anyone should. Let's see if we can find a secret garden here, maybe. Yes. Hell yeah. Which would have been a lot better after getting like a conference room. Every spread room is better after a conference room, of course, but I don't think I can wait. Beautiful. Okay, what now? That would actually be not bad if I find a great home. Though this would be even better, because maybe that increases my chances of finding a sledgehammer, right? Yeah. Oh! I am not getting that skin, am I? Yeah, no, that skin's gone. That was it. That was all my luck for today. Well, can't have everything, you know. I don't hate the solarium here. Yeah, why not? Coin. 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 So I really want to go back to the entrance hall and test that thing, but I also want to be economical with my steps. So we're only gonna go there when we can't go anywhere anymore. Well, or we have a good reason to go back, right? I think I want to... Well, unless... What if... What if whatever I find in it requires me to find another specific room? What I would love to do is get to room 46 as soon as possible, get the crown. I wonder if I can try to beeline there, one way or another. Oh, you fucking asshole. I am not putting the gallery down. I'm taking the lab. I want to start an experiment before I dig anymore, actually. Well, first things first, well, actually, no. Wait. Special orders. I'm honestly tempted to start ordering the running shoes. But no, I think the shovel, getting the shovel every time is just good. Let's see. Oh, come on. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that gallery now. I know I'm gonna have to at some point, but not today. Oh, damn it. I guess that and gain 1 key or 1 gem. Yeah, and then I... Should I... Should I gain access to... the shelter so I can potentially get a protocol started? For every room to open if I get... I'm never gonna get enough triggers, I don't think. I mean, what's the other option? The other option is getting the security terminal, right? And what? You know what? I'm actually not gonna access any of these, and we'll see later. I'll make the decision later. I really want to... I think there's more to do with this, maybe. Maybe there's a secret puzzle in that puzzle. I think the passageway here is really good. Yep, silver key. Maximize the chances of... Dude, the Chamber of Mirrors, man. Not here, though. Well, unless I can find access to the antechamber from the other side. And then there's actually a chance I could get every side. Oh, man, it's so tempting. Because then I go around, right? And I get access to the antechamber from the other side. And then I have access through. And then if I keep pushing, I can get access from... The problem is, I don't have enough drawing power. I think I need to do the Chamber of Mirrors the day I get a study. Right? And I get a study and I can guarantee, you know, looking for the rooms I need to go around and... Yeah. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm going passageway. I just want to get to the antechamber as soon as possible there. Oh, I could have picked... If I didn't find a sledgehammer, I could have picked the knight here. To potentially get the hammer, right? Oh, that's actually a really well-placed hallway. That does kind of look like the vases in the... and the disposition in the... the aquarium, but... it's not quite right. Did I get the quest bedroom already? No. Should I wait? I don't care. I really want the crown. The crown's just a really good item. Alright. Love that. Let's try to get the conservatory. Let's try to get the conservatory. Come on. Yes. Woo. Come on, give me the study. Come on, one time. He says, like he didn't just... Come on. I think making the showroom a little more... Getting the showroom earlier in the runs. I have a bunch of money at the start of the run, right? It could be actually pretty good, I think. Getting some of those items early. I don't hate that. Yeah, the rest is fine, I think. How's everybody doing today? Are we ready for the approaching weekend? Breaker box, any value? Gonna go trophy room. Early ready for today? Oh. Apparently a bad winter storm will be hitting this weekend. Not having power for days? Oh shit. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, I hope so too. Let's how many steps do I have? 63. I would love to find a dining room. Let's see, if it's not a key room... Ah, shit. I'm running low on key. God damn it. What's up, taxi cab? Fun name. Oh, I thought it was an item from a distance. Thought it was an apple. Yeah, Credo. Well, for your sake, I hope you're right. Okay, let's go on the round again. Unless... Come on. Every room, really? Okay, I'll use one key. Let's see. Is the rotunda worth it here? It seems like a bit of a waste. Because the cloister leads us north anyway. Do we remove the archives? Oh, shit. Hold on. Because what if the entrance hole... I was gonna say, what if it gives us a another file cabinet thing? Probably not, right? Yeah, no, it's not a... Well, the file cabinet things were from the aquarium. This is not... This has nothing to do with the aquarium. This was from the new clue, so it should be fine. I think there are different sets of hints. So we should be good. Am I gonna regret this? I just feel like it's a waste of a rotunda to put it here. Because it's only one room I don't have access to. I'm gonna regret this, am I not? Oh, fuck off. I mean, there's a lot of locked orange passageways already. So the foyer would, you know, sort that out. Yeah, why not? I don't hate it. I don't completely hate the foyer here. God, that rotunda really wants to get put on the map. I'm just worried about not being able to access the rooms in the center there. If I don't go Great Hall. The Great Hall also opens... Oh shit, hold on! Oh no, never mind. The south door, I think, is opened in the greenhouse. Not here. I was gonna say, it would be really cool if I could try the theory of opening the... Well, actually, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna put the workshop down in hopes of getting a battery, and then if I can get the improved sledgehammer, we have a few things we can try. First one is try to get the greenhouse on the west side, and then break that wall. Hopefully, it opens the south door, and then from there, we can try to do something maybe. I'm pretty sure the Great Hall just opens the left or right thing. Already both have. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. I don't know if that's the right decision, but I'm okay with it. I can live with it. Well, we got the compass, so that's not what I wanted. I got the battery. That's a Eternal Joy. Welcome in. Is that... Oh, that's the dowsing rod. Yeah. I can make something there, right? The shovel and the metal detector. The shovel detector, which I think is a straight up upgrade to both of them. Which, in fact, I wish I had that much earlier. We dug up a lot of things without this. It's fine. Okay. One, two, three. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's more economical to go through the foundation. Hmm. Actually, I might find some fruits going through the house again because of the... Yeah. Since we put down the secret garden, right? Yep. Bunch of fruit. I'm actually gonna gain steps by doing this. Then I don't have to worry anymore. The decent, I think. Nursery. Do you have a fruit? Can't really see. Am I risking it? I think it would be on the table, but I don't know where it would spawn. I think it would be on the table there. Orange. Banana. Oh. Nice. I must have missed that one. Hey. Nice. Okay. Pretty good resources. Thing. Alright, here goes nothing. Was I onto something or did I fool myself? Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy fuck, okay. I'm nervous. What is it gonna be? Nothing. Okay. Oh! Oh my god. Hold on. Hold on. I think that's it. Oh, it makes sense. The other hint we got from the new clue was also for the microchip, right? Oh my god, is that it? Oh my god, the music is so good. I need to... Can someone clip the... just a few seconds of the screen? The cloak thing, the court cloak castle thing. I need to look at the binary code. I need to enter that binary code into some translator. Thank you, Warren. god, dude, what is this? Oh, does it lead to the fucking castle? The Orindian ruins! Oh my god, the music. Okay, not quite the castle, I don't think. It's not underground. Oh my god, is that another? Okay. Well, now I know where the throne is. Reclaim the crown. Do I need like the paper crown from the... Oh my god, hold on. Starting tomorrow! What? I need it today! It's not even in the list? Okay, alright, okay. Jeez. Dude, the music was so good. Oh shit, look at that. So fucking cool. So freaking cool. Old Town of Reddington, maybe? I don't know. Oh, man. I mean, it's fine. It's making me excited for the next run. Plus, you know, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to what's it called? I'm gonna have to try to draft the I'm losing my words. I'm speechless after this. I'm gonna have to draft the replica of the museum, right? Like the heist room or whatever it's called. What is it called again? The closed exhibit. Yeah. To hopefully find the crown and maybe we can, you know, do a whole thing with that. Let's see. I'm gonna check the clip. for that Morse code. No, not Morse code, binary code. Is it the same every time? I think so. Okay. Binary translator. Oh, Jesus, this is very white. Okay, better. Okay, 0 1 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 0 0 1. Yep. Next 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 0 and 0 1 0 0 1 0 0 1. Oh, there's more. 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 1. Is that the same thing every time? Let's see. One, two, four. Yeah, it's only 4 letters and it's every time the same. The one is just moving. I think. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so this translates to ARIE. ARIE. Let's screenshot that. To the notes. Like bridge. Binary code. Binary code from opening the door. And the words were, hold on, cloak. Let's Jesus. Windows, man. Court, cloak, castle. Castle, court, cloak. Castle, court, cloak. I love that. I technically I solved a puzzle. I solved something in the game, and it's literally throwing me another 5 mysterious things with now binary code and castle, court, cloak. I wonder if it's related to the castle thing. Probably not, right? I mean, oh. Castle Court Cloak. Yeah, I don't know. Right now, like, it doesn't really ring a bell. I don't. Castle Court Cloak. Oh, wrong one. What happens if I remove one? I wonder what happens if I remove one and I run fast enough to be stuck. If it's even possible. Probably not. I'm not gonna try, but I just wanted to see. Well, okay. I'm a little stunned. I don't know what to do now. This was glorious. What's up, Captain Next? Yeah, I can't draft the throne room today, so I'll have to wait. I'm really just kind of speechless. I don't know where to go from here. God damn it. Really like to go south here. I'm gonna remove that from today's pool. Yeah, the rotunda here is pretty damn good. Not mad about it. Sure. Why not? Everything's gonna be open. I don't hate that. No, it's already open. Fuck me. Yeah. Let's go south first. I am gonna remove that. Not a huge fan of any of these, I don't think. I'll put the storeroom down. It's annoying because I'm super excited about that throne room thing, but the fact that it only starts tomorrow kind of like it kind of deflated my interest in this particular run right now. I'm like, I just want to go to the next one. Get to that throne room. Aren't you so good with delayed gratification? Well, yeah, but, you know, I've been waiting for so long for both the, you know, Blackbridge thing, which I finally opened. It was really cool. But at the same time, it didn't really give me anything. It wasn't really like, a, you know, it's another floor plan that I now have to, you know, draft. So, like, at this point, I'm done. I'm done edging. I want the release, please. Do I put the casino down and just gamble like 100 coins? Ah, walk-in closet. It's fine. I'll get the casino later if it makes sense. Yeah, I could use an extra couple key. Make sure. Oh, I don't need it today. I need it tomorrow. Because I think, I don't know, I have a feeling that I'm gonna need the crown and the throne room. Because the way the crown was drawn, it was the exact same one, I think. I feel like there might be a link there. I'm still gonna put it down. I think it's a fine room here, just for the access to the left. That's annoying. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. I had a free reroll. There'll be a bunch of items. I'll go with the den. Take the free reroll. Showroom's potentially not terrible here, I think. Yeah. Go for it. Moon pendant. Do I need the silver spoon? I don't think so. Sure. Master key. Chronograph. No. And that will do. Okay, hold on. This is a terrible idea, isn't it? I have way too many valuable items to risk it. Yeah, eventually I'm gonna have to play with this one. But I need to get there. I need to draft it when I have nothing of too much value. And it needs to be in a spot where I just enter it once, I lose something, whatever, and then... I don't know, it is such a hard room for me to play with. I hate it. Really hate it. I'm gonna redraw. Ooh, yeah, I like the courtyard here. Okay. It just, I don't know, it feels like the cost of the lost and found is so high, especially when you have good items. The risk is so big of losing something really interesting. I think the problem is, the only way I could see it being valuable is if it can drop things that cannot drop otherwise, right? If it's the only way to get certain items, for instance, then yeah, okay, I understand the value of it, but I haven't seen evidence of that so far, so... kind of asking me to take a gamble. I'll take the free reroll. What am I looking for? I don't know. Well, the vault's not bad. It's in a corner. It's fine. It's hidden. I don't care. Yeah, why not? Put the vault down, get a bunch of money. Potentially a casino play, or get the last item in the showroom. I could try to make a freezer play, maybe. I don't know. That sucks. Like, well, I mean, I have access to it through the hallway, actually. So it doesn't really matter. So it's actually totally fine. Yep. Okay, I could... The sauna... Oh shit, sneakers. Nice. The sauna is supposed to unfreeze my resources if I freeze them. So I could make a play with the freezer. And then still keep using my resources and coming there at the end. Well, I mean, I have an opportunity to test that right now. Yeah, let's see. Okay. So now it's frozen. Now I go into the sauna. It unfreezes. And now if I go back, it freezes again. Hell yeah. Okay, that's so fucking cool. Nice. Okay. I'm gonna be in. I'm struggling a little bit on the steps front, but yeah, actually this place is complete trash to navigate. I need to find a dining room if I want to be able to make some late game plays there. Let's see. What am I looking for? At this point, what am I looking for? I'm not quite sure. I'm honest. Yeah, Dax, some people have mentioned it. I don't want to watch it until I do my replay of the game, because I've forgotten enough to make it interesting, so I don't want to, you know, but yeah. Ooh, actually, okay, if I could find the furnace here, that'd be awesome. Really want to find the furnace. I want to finally do a furnace freezer play. I've been wanting to do this for so long. God damn it. Then I'll take the attic. Oh shit! I don't have anything to break. I don't have any, I can't draw the greenhouse anymore. So I don't have anything to break. With my improved sledgehammer. I might just transform it still, for the sake of diminishing the number of items I have and potentially getting the moon pendant to save my improved sledgehammer for tomorrow. That could be neat. Okay, let's do some end of the day housekeeping. I never did anything with the terminals. Let's see. I want to get security. Do an inventory of the house. Nope, not out. I guess the mail room's not bad. Pretty sure there's nothing new in it. Yep, nothing new. Okay, so now we entrance hall, check the bracelet. And then actually, freeze now. Check the bracelet and break room end, right? Freeze now while I'm here. Save on steps. I just need to make sure that I can actually get there. I'm a little short on steps, but it should, with the shoes, it should be fine. It's not that many. Should I get the paper crown? Just in case it gets saved. By the moon pendant. I think maybe I should. Whoa! Huh! Yoink. Good. Okay. Oh my god, I'm getting solo on steps though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, we should be good. Considering the shoes, we should be good. Bless the fucking sauna from yesterday though. From the previous run. Oh boy. Oh boy, I don't like having that low step count when I'm trying to check the bracelet. Hopefully I can find a study tomorrow. Drawing power, bunch of gems. Would be really good to try and find a throne room and potentially more stuff, right? Ah, fuck, I wanted to... Fuck, I wanted to transform the... Ah, I don't have enough steps, do I? Okay, I'm on 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it should be fine, right? I'm risking it. It should be fine. With the sneakers, should be fine. Oh, brother. Sneakers, come on! Anything else? anything else? Oh. Oh my god. I am not triggering any of the... Oh god, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be very close. I hate this. Hopefully outside of the house, it typically triggers more often. Oh my god, we didn't get it there. It's gonna be fine, right? At least to check the bracelet. I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to reach the break room though. Okay, that's one. That's two. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. Woo! Oh, and we get an extra one for the, you know, for the flare. Emerald bracelet. Thank God. Okay, I can breathe now. I mean, it was we did cut it pretty close, but we made it. Whew. Got a package from a friend. Took 2.5 years to arrive. There was some food inside that expired in 2024. What kind of food? Depending on what it is, it might be consumable still. Also, how did it fucking take 2.5 years? What the fuck? Condensed milk in cans? Okay, I'm actually curious, but I would open them if I were you. There's a non-zero chance that thing that actually, you know, holds for way longer than you think. I don't know. You should send them to Steve MRE 1989 on YouTube. I'm sure he would eat them. Yeah, it's exactly $10. Same thought. Okay, what do I want the moon pendant to hold tomorrow? Honestly, the paper crown and the master key, probably. But I don't think all of these items are pretty good, so. Yeah, Steve Amari is awesome. I don't know why I'm thinking about that now, but I fell on a rabbit hole earlier today on YouTube of the North Sentinel Highland people. You know that Sentinelese tribe, that uncontacted tribe or whatever they call it, which is a bit of a misnomer because they've been, you know, they I watched like the video was like a full history on what we know of these people and the attempts made to contact them and actually, you know, create like a friendly interactions with them. It was actually fascinating. For all I knew about them was, you know, that the basically anyone who tried to get on that island was murdered. I think one of the most recent example was like a Mormon, no, not a Mormon, like a missionary or something from America tried to go there. Like it was barely a teenager and he immediately got killed. That was like you know, I don't know, like a few years ago. There was this famous picture of after the 2004 tsunami, like they send helicopters over the island to see if, you know, if they were fine. And there's this famous picture of, you know, a dude like trying to shoot down the helicopter with his bow. And other famous pictures you've probably seen with the people on the beach, you know, like threatening people to approaching people and all that. But there's actually a lot more to that story. They actually managed to get friendly exchanges with them about 30 years ago in the early 90s when they sent a woman for the first time. She was a doctor. She had some knowledge of some of the dialects and languages of those islands, including some that were pretty close to the language these people were speaking. So she understood that they really liked coconuts. So they kept sending coconuts as, like, you know, gifts to show that they were friendly. And apparently the woman was very welcome by the people there, especially other women there. And apparently she went back like quite a few times and really established like a friendly contact with them, which is part of the story that I never heard before watching that documentary. And then eventually the government of India decided that they were gonna, you know, stop any attempt at contacting them because they were worried that they might infect them with, you know, our modern viruses and bacteria and all that. So they basically created like a protected zone around the island, and now nobody is allowed to approach it anymore. But it was fascinating. I had no idea that they actually managed to, you know, exchange with them for a little bit there in the early 90s. Yeah. But yeah, they're apparently now they're even more than ever. They're very hostile to anyone trying to approach the island. There was one event. I don't know exactly where it fits in the chronology, but at some point, some people. I think that was way before those 90s thing. I think it might have been in the 70s or even before that. They actually captured an elderly couple and a bunch of children from the island when they went there. And the elderly people actually died like within weeks of being on the mainland because of germs. Even if they were like they were kept, you know, I think in a hospital or whatever, but they instantly died because of the modern, you know, viruses. And then they sent the kids back to the island. And there's what they presume happened is that the kids actually went back with some viruses and that it created like a, you know, cataclysmic event on the island where they maybe lost quite a few people. Because after that situation happened, the defensiveness and aggressivity of the people increased tenfold. Like they didn't let anyone get close. Before that event, they would usually like disappear when strangers would come to the island. You know, when people from the continent would come to the island, they would just disappear and hide in the dense like forest that's in the middle of the island. And after that, they completely changed their attitude. They would literally like go on the beach and shoot anyone who came close and defend themselves really aggressively. So what's presumed there is that it created a terrible event, and that they, you know, they took that as a sign that, yeah, no, we're not letting anyone get on the island ever again. Yeah, Cassie. What's the name of the documentary? I don't remember. Oh yeah, it was on a channel called Places, I think. Yeah, Places. North Sentinel Island, the truth behind the world's most isolated tribe. It was one of I watched several ones, but that one was pretty it was a lot of information. It also has AI footage, which I find a little annoying because I want to watch something that's authentic. But it didn't. It was more like random backgrounds when there was like text in the middle. It wasn't nothing. It didn't, you know, it didn't, and it's clearly like indicated, you know, like AI generated. And it was just like for background stuff when they had like text on top of it, or, you know, it wasn't anything like they didn't recreate anything that's supposed to be on the island or anything like that. So I thought that was okay. Yeah, I mean, still strange. I don't know. Just use whatever stock footage you have, or even a black background. I don't know. I would still prefer that, but still a pretty decent video, I thought, on the topic. Kidnapping people on its own would warrant such a reaction, I feel like. Yeah, I mean, of course. But a documentary called Cannibal in the Jungle in the History Channel when it came out. The whole thing pretending it was real was such a mindfuck. Okay, I'm confused. I don't have the History Channel here, obviously. It doesn't, I don't think it comes to our networks here. But all I know from the History Channel is documentaries on things that are clearly not historical. Like the Ancient Aliens video, you know, the one that has the very famous meme that everyone knows about, which I'm sure it's a fantastic documentary. But, you know, it has nothing to... I'm sure it's a fun series to watch, but it has nothing to do with, you know, historical stuff. Like, well, I guess it covers, like, historical things that the series posits is being due to ancient aliens, so I guess it kind of checks out, but... let's just say I was expecting something, you know, only stuff that is verified, right? Don't get me wrong, I love a good documentary series about, you know, ancient aliens and potentially what they did. I think that's fascinating. I love topics like that. You know, when I was a kid, my favorite book was a big book of, like, I don't know, like 150 unsolved mysteries or something. Love that book. Most of it was actually not that mysterious, right? Like stuff that was debunked shortly after, or stuff that was just, you know, the book pretended it was something mysterious or supernatural, but it was actually, you know. But I love those things. I love, you know, despite being a pretty rational person, I do enjoy thinking about things we can't really explain, and I don't hate, you know, I definitely don't hate supernatural explanations. I think there's something interesting there. Maybe there, you know, maybe there's things we can't explain because we just don't understand them yet. So it looks supernatural to us, but it's just because we don't understand the forces at play yet, you know? I don't know. So I'm a big fan of those things, you know? Love that. But it just felt weird to see a documentary about aliens on the History Channel. But I guess I misunderstood what the History Channel was. Sure, Warren, sure. Maybe that's because I majored in history in university, so I kind of have that different perspective on history. Something a little more grounded in verifiable quote unquote information, even though obviously history is always sort of, you know, not everything is so easily verifiable, I guess is the point. Because not every historical source is reliable. Some of them obviously were written to make things appear different. That we know, right? I wonder what historians will write about the actual era we're living in right now, 100 years from now. I wonder what's gonna stick. What's gonna be remembered as being important and as being true and as being, you know... I don't know. Curious. History Channel used to be more actual historical documentaries until they found other stuff that was more profitable. Yeah, I mean, that kind of makes sense. Debatable whether or not you give those things a platform. Well, yeah, I think, for instance, I think the alien thing, I think, you know, that's whatever. That's funny, right? I think that's just a fun way to look at certain things. I think that's pretty inoffensive, all in all. If they were airing like revisionist, you know, documentaries and all that, I'd be like, okay, now maybe we're crossing a line there, but outdated copies of history books from whatever they had available in the Fallout shelter. Yeah, we'll see. $10. I mean, maybe we won't, but younger folks will see. I don't know, at the rate that it's going, maybe we won't be old enough to escape it. It's gonna be fine, right? Yeah. The worst thing that could happen... The worst thing that could happen, Brainy, is that the bombs start falling and I'm too far away from one of them. And I have to survive in that world. That's the worst that can happen. For me, personally. Like I always say, if the bombs start falling, I hope I'm close to a blast. Though being in Switzerland, quite unlikely, unfortunately. Now I wish I lived in Sweden. Like some people think I do. I'm not thinking of anyone in particular. Get your pose right for environmental storytelling. Yeah, I need to think about my death pose, right? Need to make it funny for the people who are gonna find my corpse or my bones. People think you live in Sweden. Some people get confused whether I live in Switzerland or Sweden. Yeah, it's a common thing. You would be surprised. You would be surprised. It happens more than once. Sitting in a bathtub with some mannequins around. Yeah, I could make a whole scene, right, Anktar? Something a little elaborate. Hmm. How's the blueprinting going today? Pretty well. We opened the Black Bridge Grotto, which means in the next run, we are hopefully gonna draft the throne room, which I'm very excited about. I'm hoping, I don't know, I think there's something maybe to do with the paper crown with that, but this is why I grabbed it today, because I found it. And I'm hoping the moon pendant's gonna, you know, help me save it. But yeah, we'll see, we'll see. But you lived in Swaziland? I don't, okay, real talk, I don't even know where Swaziland is. I'm assuming it's in Africa, but Swaziland. Oh yeah, there it is. It's pretty far south. Hmm. Sorry, I got lost in Google Maps. Google Maps is dangerous for me. Every time I look at it, I'm like, I get absorbed. Old Eswatini now? Hmm. Every time I type SW in like boxes, you know, on internet when you're like trying to register for something, Swaziland always comes up first. And then Sweden. And then Switzerland. So I didn't know they renamed it. Neither do any of those websites apparently. And before I become a GeoGuessr streamer, nah, I would be very bad at it. But I do like the concept of it. I don't know, I like looking at the world. I think it's inspiring. I'm gonna lose the blessing of the High Roller tomorrow, which is unfortunate. I also still haven't been able to get the study at a lower rarity. Well, I don't know, Ev, because most of what you teach in geography has little to do with, you know, maps in the world, from my experience. You know, but I mean, I guess it could spark an interest in the general subject, of course, but your love for microwave water should really clue them to your place of residence. My love for microwaved water? I have no particular love for microwave water. I'm just saying it's a perfectly fine way to warm your water. I personally use an electric kettle. But if you use a microwave, fair enough. I'm not one of those weirdos that has a stance against microwave water, is all. I respect everyone's right to warm their water the way they want to. Yeah, Anktor? My sister boyfriend is one of those. Microwave danger is only one of his many conspiracy theories. Oh boy. I don't know your sister, Matt can, but she deserves better. Unless she also believes in those things, in which case they're perfect for each other. I've been thinking about getting an air fryer. I don't know why I'm thinking about that. It's like thinking about kitchen appliances made me think of it. I don't have an air fryer, and I think I'm tired of not having one. I think it could really help step up my make food fast game when I want to make food fast. Yeah, everyone says it's awesome. I kind of want to join the, you know, I want to join the fun. It's okay. Brainy, I'm never trusting your opinion on anything. I just hope you know that. You've disqualified yourself from me trusting your opinion since I've known you. But it's basically just an oven. Yeah, but it's a very fast oven, right? I think that's the good part of it. I have an old school oven, and it's great, but it takes so long to do anything with it. I think the air fryer's appeal to me is that it's just very fast for like small quantities of food, which for me is perfect amount, right? Yeah, exactly. It's fast, energy efficient. For me, who's, you know, I'm cooking small quantities of food for myself, it feels like something that I could get some good use, yeah, out of. And if for whatever reason I'm making like more quantities of food, I have a normal oven, you know. So yeah, a rice cooker, that'd be pretty great too. I love rice. Never I I don't make rice nearly as often as I would like. What is that? Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. Eating rice without a rice cooker should be considered a crime. I mean, I make rice in a fucking normal, you know, in water in a pan like normal people, but it's just, again, it's so much more, so much easier, faster. Criminal. Can make perfect rice in a microwave. Okay, that, I don't know what to think of that. I have my doubts, but microwave rice can be pretty good if you measure the right amount of water, let it absorb. Okay, fair enough. Not something I've ever tried. Not something I don't think I would ever try. I'm I'm fine with my traditionally pan cooked rice for now. Yeah, gnomes. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I think that's still pretty rare. Risk, I guess, to take a little precautions, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. It never, you know, I haven't, again, haven't heated water in a microwave very often myself, but I haven't heard of many people encountering that problem despite doing it almost daily, so. Gotta draw the microwave line somewhere. I mean, yeah, otherwise we're gonna start cooking steak in a microwave, which, you know, I've seen some videos of people doing it on YouTube for views. It looked disgusting. Eggs in the microwave. Yeah, if you put them like whole without breaking the, like if you know, I mean, why would you cook eggs in the microwave in the first place? But yeah, if you put them full with the shell, they're probably gonna blow up before you're done with them. Is it the pressure? All right, firm age. You know, if it works for you, that's great. Oh yeah. All right. Anyway, I have to call it a day because day 47 awaits, and day 47 has a throne room waiting for us, and I'm very excited for that. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is gonna be a story for Sunday. Listen, Colette. We have a gigantic run ahead of us, tons of resources, a throne room to find, probably some sanctum puzzle solving, if everything goes according to plan. I don't want to rush into it, and I'm very tired. I want to give myself the opportunity for a great stream on Sunday with all the things. It's gonna be beautiful. And I finally get the opportunity to do a cliffhanger, so I'm gonna do it. I'm sorry, I know the streams have been short and a little inconsistent and all that. I know. Trust me, I feel bad about it. I wish it wasn't the case. I don't know, man. I'm struggling a little bit these days. My sleep's all over the place. My energy levels are all over the place. At least I love the game. That's something that's unlike other times where my streams have been inconsistent because I was not having fun with the game. At least in this particular case, I absolutely love the game. So at least we have that. But yeah, also, yeah, you're right, hydrating. I had a fucking bottle of water. I didn't drink once the entire stream. I've been really bad with that. Fucking hell. I need to be better. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for, yeah, just, you know, being around as you always are. So Sunday morning, I have to go get my mom at the airport. But it's early enough that I should be able to drive home, get some good sleep, and then stream without delay in the evening. If anything changes on that, like if her plane gets delayed or some shit, I'll let you guys know, but normally there should be no consequences on the stream because it's extremely early in the morning, like 7 a.m. or something. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, thank you guys. I don't have very much to say today. I'll be back on Sunday, 7 p.m. Central European Time, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Please follow the channel if you haven't done so yet. Join the Discord if you haven't done so yet. It's the best way to know whenever I'm going live and keeping up with whatever's happening with the stream. I am gonna go try to win my Viego skin in League of Legends with however many rolls I have, and then curse my bad luck on my way to a nap. And yeah, I'll let you guys know. Anyway, have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, or night. I will see you guys on Sunday, and until then, remember me, and I will remember you.